What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so fucking excited tonight. Billy has to work, so all he's doing is clicking the produce button, so I can say whatever I want to. So, big fat slapping titties and all that good stuff. But we are joined tonight by a friend of ours, Bo from DV Radio. We were on his show, Barracks Talk, 2 weeks ago now on Saturday. Meg got super sloppy drunk, drank all my gin. And
No, I did not.
I don't remember it like that. I don't think the courts will either. Bo, thank you very much for being here, man. We're pretty excited to have you.
Thank you guys for saying, "Hey, you want to come on at 7:30?" Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
listen. We're not overly professional, but we're not terrible either. For everybody watching at home, thank you for joining us at Liberty Risk Podcast. I'm Hugh.
I'm Meg.
Of course, we have our friend Bo here. Billy's producing at home and also working because that's how he pays to keep producing this motherfucker. So first things first, we're gonna start with something fun tonight. I've created a game. I haven't told Meg, Billy, or Bo what it is. I'm very excited about it. Billy, I don't even know if Billy's paying attention. Billy, if you're paying attention, hot diggity daffodil.
Yeah.
I'm so upset that Alex Trebek and Sean Connery died within 30 days of each other.
Right?
Yeah. I hope that if and or when I get to the pearly gates, I hope I have to answer a double Jeopardy to get in. I hope that's what the new requirement is. So, in honor of Alex Trebek and Sean Connery, tonight's not Jeopardy for legal reasons. The categories are things that go boom, things we don't care about, things you say to your boss, and as always, potent potables.
Potent potables.
Which clearly Meg has not spent 4 hours on deployment watching the Saturday Night Live reruns with Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek and Daryl Hammond as Sean Connery, but potent potables is always the first category on the left whenever they start the game.
Yep.
Yep.
Don't forget Burt Reynolds was in there almost.
Turd Ferguson. Funny hat. Funny hat.
Yep.
All right, so Bo, as a guest, why don't you go ahead and pick the first category?
Oh, Richard, hello.
Let's go for things we don't care about for 100.
Things we don't care about for 100. All right. This update came around on election day. It's probably because I typed too much shit.
Well,
this update came around on election day.
What is the flu?
Meg, would you like to wager a guess?
They came out with a vaccine for the coronavirus?
Close. Wow. You fucks leaving Facebook for Parler.
What is Parler?
Don't know. But apparently, as soon as the election started, everyone's like, I think I'm leaving Facebook for Parler. I'm a social justice person. I'm going to make change. Fucking Christ.
What?
I'll tell you guys about Parler later.
Oh, okay. Is it like MySpace? Because I would join that.
It's way worse. It's way worse.
Worse? Yeah, that sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah. It can't be much worse than MySpace.
Well, you got to have an ID to DM people, so you tell me.
That sounds terrible. I did actually read that a lot of the posts are very anti-Semitic.
Oh, they're all stupid. It's basically paid famous people over there. That's all it is.
Oh.
Doesn't Instagram already exist?
So it'll be good for me.
No, that's for welfare girl who's got a big booty. That's what IG is.
Yeah. Oh, I got another sugar daddy request this week.
Oh, mazel to you.
Yes.
Is that how we're paying for the show from now on?
No, because I'm not going to send my Venmo out to random people.
Well, it's not random if you know them.
I don't know them, though. I don't know this person. But I did screenshot the conversation, which was just him asking me to be his sugar baby and then putting it up for everyone else and saying, hey, who wants a sugar daddy?
Look at you, helping people out.
Yeah, spreading the wealth.
All right, Meg, next question's to you.
All right. I'm going to say things you say to your boss for 100.
All right. Also, Richard, write in. I know you're watching. I don't know why it does this. It's a new update thing. I'll write them about it. But you have said this when you won an argument.
If this is you, it's going to be we can't all be 10s.
I should have put that in there. Bo?
I've got nothing, man. My mind is blank.
Suck it, Trebek.
Fucking SNL, really?
Oh my
God. Tell me you've never been telling somebody how to do something. They've said you were wrong, and then when you were right, you've never sat there and went, suck it, Trebek.
Well, I've not said suck it, Trebek. I have said suck it. More like a suck
it. How did I not think of that? You literally say that all the time, too.
I do, yeah. Yeah, I do. I love those skits. Those are some of my favorite things to watch.
I like how I know your catchphrases.
They're all based in pop culture.
They're all very basic.
Oh yeah, no pumpkin spice.
You basic bitch, you.
He is.
Also, Meg, your sister says she gets sugar daddy requests weekly. You should probably start monitoring her social media.
She's 20. She's fine.
Oh yeah,
damn. I need to get on your girls' level. I need a sugar mama. Fuck.
Yeah. Listen, I just want a normal mom.
Jesus Christ. I just want one to love me.
There it is.
My mom's got multiple sugar daddies. I don't know. Maybe that's where we get it from. She's trying to teach us, but we have morals.
See, Josh clearly watches. I'll take the rapist for 500. That's therapist, Mr. Connery.
The rapist.
All right, Bo, you go ahead and pick the next one.
Might as well go with the tradition. Things that go boom for 100.
Things that go boom for 100. Huh?
What is Crohn's? Bleeding from the ass.
Oh shit, that's new. Mag, would you like to wager a guess?
Oh, what is that like E sound in your ear all the time?
Like when your tinnitus kicks in and all of a sudden one goes dead, but it's letting you know you're still connected.
Yeah. You're like standing there staring at somebody and all you hear is E.
I'm sure that part of this does happen. Part of that does happen here. Come on, bro. I clicked the next button. The response that makes even the calmest of leaders rip you a new one so wide an 18-wheeler could drive through it. I've definitely seen some professionals when somebody goes, huh? I'm like, oh, time to lose it. Time to kill somebody.
You're just like, what the fuck? I feel like that's the response that most of my chain of command would have when I'd like walk into the shop. They'd see me and be like, hey, Hall, did you finish this thing? And I would say something completely out of left field. And they're all just sitting there like,
oh, time to kill the one female in the shop.
Yeah. They'd be like, why is she still here? This is expeditionary.
The E sound is what is Meg telling a story?
Yeah, exactly. Huh?
Richard, right in your selection there, my guy. Until then, Meg, you go ahead and pick the next one.
Well, we only have one more 100, so I guess I'll do potent potables.
A joke that clearly escaped Meg, the child. A concoction anyone can make, but few stomach.
Ooh, what is the cement mixer shot?
I've never had that. That sounds terrible.
That's
it literally curdles in your mouth. It's like milk with pickle juice and Jameson. It curdles in your mouth, and most of the time people throw up from it. Alcoholic.
The only thing that comes to mind is lunch table concoctions in school.
Lunch table concoctions? That's not terrible. Not a terrible guess. Deployment liquor you made in a condemned building.
Yeah, okay.
More often than not, when I see somebody, when I go somewhere and they're like, "Oh yeah, that building's condemned, we can't go in there," I'm like, "You motherfuckers making something in there." 100%. That's where it's at. How do I get access to that building?
Right.
So, what is the weirdest place that you guys have found people making liquor? Like, I can think of like a bathtub, a toilet. Like, what are the weirdest places you guys have seen? Because you guys have gone to like combat zones.
Grave.
A grave?
Grave?
Yeah.
Like with a lid. It was just like an extra hole, and you put a tarp over it.
So it was a cemetery. It's kept up and all, but it's from like the 17, 1800s. No, it's really nice and all. People go out there and clean it, but probably 12 years ago, some people went up there and dug out one of the graves and emptied it out, and they started making some not moonshine, but they tried to call it that. It was basically your prison concoction of liquor. inside of the hole where somebody was once dead inside of, and yeah,
that sounds terrible.
That's disgusting. That wins right there.
Yeah, mine wasn't nearly as bad. Like there was a building that somebody condemned and then gave it to another group of people as like a gift so that they could make illegal liquor inside of it.
I'm just going to give you this abandoned building. You can make liquor in it. All right.
I don't think anybody was using it. I think it was just kind of sitting there. So
Jesus.
All right. Richard says things you say to your boss for 300. This is a pretty rough spot to be in.
You really want to know what's on my mind? Because I don't think it's Facebook safe.
Go ahead.
Nah. Oh my God. What?
Billy says, "What is my ex-wife?"
I was gonna say what's my recent ex, but yeah, we'll go with wife too, ex-wife.
All right. Correct answer is rough. That's the way your mother likes it, Trebek.
I knew it.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I really should stop drinking when I make some of these.
That or stop watching SNL reruns.
I will never. I don't think that I will ever stop watching it now. I think forever there will be a highlight reel playing on every deployment.
Yeah, anything past the Will Ferrell era, I'm just like done with. But everything that and back, yep, we're good.
Yep.
I like how there's just like a bunch of stuff about sleeping between Hugh and Billy, Billy's boyfriend.
Necro prison hooch. That's a good one. It tastes like the dead, but with a little bit more life.
Really gives you that spark of life for the dead.
All right, Bo, why don't you go ahead and select the next one?
Things that go boom for 300.
All right. This Christmas gift will make all soldiers exchange suspicious looks.
I've sent one of those.
What is a dildo?
That's probably what Meg was thinking.
What is an inflatable sheep?
Meg did send me an inflatable sheep. She did.
Yeah. We had those, and I sent an inflatable penis to DB back before I got with DB, and Six still has it.
That's fantastic. It's so Chris says Billy's boyfriend. Billy says his ex-wife
Billy's
again.
Boyfriend?
I don't know, but I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
Unless it uses they them pronouns, and then I don't want to have to learn that.
Is it you? Are you his boyfriend?
No, I'm too cheap for Billy to be willing to pay for. All right, this Christmas gift will make all soldiers exchange suspicious looks. A pressure cooker. Every single time Danique pulls out a pressure cooker, it always makes my butt pucker a little bit.
I hate them.
Even though I know that she knows how to use it. So in Afghanistan and Iraq, the enemy would use pressure cookers as explosive devices. You can freeze the timer, hike up a hill, plant it, leave, and it'll blow up later.
Yep.
So, yeah. So even though people are buying those ninjas and whatever they are, Boston Boom Boom.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Even though what is the Ninja and what's the other big brand pressure cooker thing that's out right now? I can't even think of it.
It's not KitchenAid.
It's not KitchenAid. It's and it's Foodie or something. I don't know what it is. Actually, I think Chris has one. They fucking freak me out because you put your stuff in there only so high, and then it starts to like fizzle, and the little thing shakes on the top, and I'm like, here we go. Well, take me now.
I remember the old ones. Like my grandma had one that would literally blow the fuck up. Like they would blow off of your stove.
Yeah. It's not Insignia. What the fuck is Instant Pot? Yeah. Thank you, Ingrid. Fucking old lady.
She's 20 years old. She's like the youngest person on this show right now.
Yeah. It freaks me the fuck out. It does. Every fucking time. Completely women in here. Food Ninja. Yeah, Josh, that's another fucking scary one. All right, Maggie, you go ahead and pick the next one. Chris, if you're watching, put one in the queue, buddy. You were a Marine. Some of these are good for you.
Yeah. Things we don't care about for 300.
Things we don't care about for 300.
This trivia maker.
Rude. But also, yes, I think I paid way too much money for this kind of crap to be happening here. This happens multiple times a year. This is a personal one for me. I'll tell you straight up. I was doing stuff today and I was irritated. I'm like, that's going in a game soon. Yep. Happens multiple times a year.
Irritates you. There's so much that irritates you.
I know.
Honestly,
what is it? What do you got?
I was going to say, what is a pregnancy scare? But then you were like, it's me. And I was like, oh, no, that's not it.
Hell no.
Hold on. Let me retract it because I know it's
Democratic voting? Jesus, Chris. Come on now.
That doesn't happen multiple times a year. It happens like once a year. Multiple times a year.
You won't guess it. That's okay.
What is changing your underwear?
No. What's wrong with
I don't know. Guys have to change their underwear far more often than ladies do. Let me just say.
That seems like a different conversation that I'm not willing to have right now. Correct answer is, those of you who are going to stop being negative, being walked over, being out of shape, how you want people to delete you who don't agree with you on social media. Every fucking quarter, it seems. Get it to fucking together. Just fucking leave the platform. Delete your family. Stop fucking telling us. Nobody fucking cares. I want updates on your life, like my kid walked or like I got a job. Nobody fucking cares that you're like, I'm tired of being walked over. You're a terrible person. You choose shit partners. That's on you. Facebook doesn't need that shit.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this
doesn't
PSA.
need it. Yeah. There's your PSA for the week. Fucking bitches. Fucking hate you all.
I'm glad this wasn't a conversation you had with me today.
Not today, but quarter ends December 31st. So
yeah, you'll probably call me up one day and be like, Megan, what the fuck? I'll be like,
all right.
What made you angry?
I drank this beer a little too fast. I forgot who I asked for the last question.
You also forgot to mention where your beer is from.
That's true. I did. Let me wipe the condensation off. My beer, of course, is provided by Maker's Craft Brewery, Norfolk, Virginia. I personally think some of the best beer in I've been to a lot of different breweries, and I definitely think that their consistency is great. Mostly because I hate going to breweries and there being like 17 IPAs out of 23 available beers. So Maker's Craft Brewery, if you're in Norfolk, Virginia, I recommend you go check them out. They have a cigar lounge. They have an outdoor area. They do food trucks, fire pits, and whatnot. Greg, I think that was 20 seconds. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Let's do potent edibles for 200.
Potent potables for 200. Oh,
I said edibles. God
edible
damn
would be
it.
a good one. Potent edible would be a good one.
Long Island iced teas.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, Meg, do you know what a potent potable is?
No.
All right, never mind then.
I was aviation. It's a different thing.
What is the situation, Jersey Shore?
This is actually a write-in from a buddy of mine. The drink you order the newly 21-year-old Marine at the Barracks, which is a strip club in 29 Palms, FYI.
So glad I didn't eat crowns growing up.
Yeah.
I only recently learned that this is true. Apparently there's a strip club in 29 Palms called the Barracks.
Well,
So
I've
when
never
you're
been
saying,
to a strip club, so even hearing the fact that there's a strip club called the Barracks is even more like fucking bothersome to me.
Right?
Billy said, what is bilge wine?
Oh, that goes back to that can't stomach drink there, Billy. But I have heard about bilge wine. So for FYI, for those of you that are going to go visit your friend at 29 Palms, I don't recommend it. There's nothing out there except for a strip club called the Barracks.
So married people are like, the husbands are like, hey, I'm going to go hang out with my friends at the Barracks.
It's a trap.
Technically, they didn't lie. Technically, it's not a lie.
Speaking of traps, a little side story. So I started physical therapy, and I was trying to connect, which apparently psychologists say is something important for people to do, with my physical therapist. So I noticed she had a wedding ring on. So I said, oh, how long have you been married? Doesn't matter. I don't care. I said, where did you meet your husband? Did you meet him down here? And she goes, yeah, we met in Norfolk. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Did you meet like out in town somewhere? And she was embarrassed to tell me. She's like, we met at PBR, which is it's like the Toby Keith of shitty dance halls down here. It's like the Mavericks from Jacksonville up here. So if you're never been to Norfolk, been to PBR, it is It's a PBR fucking country dance place where you can go find all the sailors who hate country between Monday and Thursday, but Friday night is dudes night. So she was like, yeah, I met him. No, Thursday is ladies night. Friday is dudes night. So we had a good laugh about it. She's like, I know, I went with my friend, but we haven't been back since. I'm like, no shit. Last time he went, he got married. I wouldn't be going back there either. That place sounds like a fucking trap.
We have one that's down here similar to that. I think it's called the Corral or something, but it's exactly the exact same thing. Like,
that place is a trap for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Bo, you go ahead and pick the next one, buddy.
I thought I did. I thought I'd done the
what part of I drank this beer too quick didn't you get?
I don't know.
You're the guest.
That too.
Things you say to your boss for 200 because it's
things you say to your boss
DV6
for 200. Insults you've thrown to win a fight.
Your mom's in an urn, 6.
Oh my god.
She can't love you anymore.
Did you really?
So a little backstory if you don't know anything about DV Radio, DV6 and his dead mother. I love DV6.
You don't know about DV and his dead
undeniably. He is one of my best friends. He's probably the best friend, but his mom has been dead for a little while now, and they got her cremated. But he used to carry around an urn labeled DV6's mom, and the joke was that was his mom, and so we would throw the insults at him nonstop, and he loves that. So he loves that. He knew his mom would love that. So yeah, your mom's in a fucking urn. So.
Was it actually his mother in the urn?
Not in the one he carried around.
Oh,
no.
okay. I was kind of worried. I was like,
no.
All it takes is one good wet floor for there to be a problem.
Or that would be a great joke. Just like occasionally just be like, I'm done with you guys, and like sprinkle some sprinkles.
The things that have been done to his mom's urn is fucking, you would be appalled. I mean, she's gotten fingered, she's gotten licked, she's got everything, you name it.
Richard says insults you've thrown to win a fight is you were the fastest swimmer one time in your life. Chris says your mother should have swallowed. I've said that before. Richard, we can't all be 10s. It's true. I do say that to win fights all the time. But no, unfortunately, you're all wrong. This is, you think you're pretty smart, don't you, Trebek, with your big old mustache and your greasy hair. That's got to be one of my top 5 favorite ones.
That is a good one. I like.
Yeah.
I can't choose one because they were all so good, especially the ones that were only there once.
Yeah, you can't even find them online. Like SNL was like, no, we're good. We're not going to release them. Like, stop teasing me. Come on, I need it. That's so funny. I think about DV6. I remember one time my mom sent me a Christmas card, or my aunt sent me a Christmas card when I was in high school overseas, and she wrote like this message in it. And this was after my grandmother had passed away, and there was a little smidge of ash in there, and she wrote, "My mom says Merry Christmas."
Oh my god!
Yeah, the best part about it is I don't do mom jokes, and he knows I don't. So my release for that is on the fake DV6's mom's urn. So
okay,
gosh.
That's fair.
I think my best insult was to my mother. I'm not gonna say it, but
we'll talk offline.
We'll do it after hours.
Yeah.
All right, Meg, you go ahead and pick the next one.
Things that go boom.
Things that go boom really for $200. The most diplomatic way to greet a new opponent.
Take them out to Taco Bell.
Meg, what did you say?
I said, what is a ball tap?
Whoop, got you, Iran.
Be like, ha!
Fucking jackass crew wannabe over here.
I know, right? No good answers? That's cool. I got you.
Wait. What was Bo's? What'd you say?
I said take them to Taco Bell.
Well,
that is fun.
Chris says hit him in the face or gut. All right, fair enough. The correct answer. Oh, excuse me. Josh says welcome to Thunderdome. Josh, you're not entirely wrong.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
$29 million Trident II D5 fleet ballistic missile.
What the fuck?
I just want to let Iran and North Korea know that if you're watching, we're ready and we're not scared.
We're ready. Do you have one in your backyard or something? Like,
oh God, I wish. I keep seeing these jokes about people buying tanks, and I go from 6 to midnight just on the possibility alone that I could buy a tank.
You want to know something about the Trident too? It's huge. It's very huge. So huge.
Yeah, apparently I had to do a little bit of research for this, but apparently us and the United Kingdom spent like $59.2 billion developing Trident missiles.
The research behind that is ridiculous.
Yeah. So
now I wonder where they actually designed those missiles.
Probably
underground bunkers in the middle of Nevada. Duh, Area 51. Hello.
I asked that because there was a missile that was developed in my hometown, and it shot out a asteroid or a meteor, one of them that was supposed to hit Earth.
So they don't develop them in one particular spot. All the parts are made in different places around the world. The assembly takes place at where it's going to end up at. Because imagine, taking that from point A to point B.
Like they ship those
like the Moab,
the turbine or the wind turbine blades. Just like Tomahawk missile going down I-95.
Yes,
going on I-10 from Jacksonville to San Diego.
So it's probably safe to say that every bit of that was developed in at least 15 different countries, a few hundred locations, and then assembled wherever they're sitting at right now.
Oh yeah, I can see that. All right, Meg, you pick the next one because I want our guest to pick the last one. And also, nobody loves you.
I do. I love you all.
I think somebody loves me. How about things we don't care about for 200?
All right, things you don't care about for 200. Something is different about you.
Oh my God, thank you.
Not you.
I got a haircut.
I'll give you a tip. This phrasing. This is another social media thing that's been bothering the fuck out of me recently. We're new social media acquaintances, so you won't get this, and that's okay.
Is it when people change their Facebook profile picture to be like, I'm a veteran?
No, I don't really care about that. Okay. Because people keep changing their fucking profile photo to their kids like anybody fucking cares. Having a kid doesn't excuse the terrible shit you did in the past. Congratulations, I didn't pull out properly.
But I'm a good mother and father.
Yeah, right? I'm sorry about that one time with the needles. Shut up. No, so this one is a little bit more personal for me. Those of you who make threats on social media, but people have seen how you let people treat you.
Wait, what?
I get what he's saying.
These people are like, if I see you such and such, I'll kick your ass or I'll shut you up or whatever. No, you fucking won't. I've seen the way you let people, I've seen the way you let people talk to you. No, you fucking won't. Yeah. It's very, very easy for you to sit at your desk on your phone, trying to close out Pornhub so your boss doesn't hear it, talking about how you will conduct yourself angrily at these people. Like, no, you fucking won't. You don't have the balls because you can't do it to their face.
Well, if you look at Betsy Ross's Twitter, she had a comment on something she had posted for the fight series today or recently, and it was made today. But it's the same thing. I was like, really? Really? Just because you're sitting behind a fucking screen? And I told her, I was like, guarantee you they wouldn't say it publicly, which they wouldn't. Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's. I thought maybe for a little bit that it was maybe just like letting your friends know you had their back. Yeah. But I think more so now, I have less and less people on my social media. Yeah. Whom I don't normally talk to. So everyone that's there is somebody that I usually interact with pretty regularly. Mm-hmm. So when they post this shit, I'm like, there's a reason I don't have 4 digits of fucking friends here. I've seen you out in public. You're kind of a weak cunt.
After Billy on Saturday night, I now have 201 friends. That's the most I've ever had.
Awesome to you, Billy.
I do not go through my news feed. I stop that. I quit commenting on any post whatsoever that are not mine unless it's shared to my timeline. I stop that shit, and I'm the same way. And it's more the hypocrisy behind it. And I get, like you said, taking up for somebody and standing there for them. But then being a keyboard warrior, there's a difference. Yeah. There's a huge difference.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've definitely I will engage certain conversations, and I do my best to keep everything very centralized. But you can always tell when there's a point in the conversation where somebody's trying to argue a specific point with a broad conversation, and now I'm just like, cool. I just give them a thumbs up. I'm like, it's not even worth my time or effort anymore.
Yep.
Like, you've already ruined the ability for us to salvage this conversation. I'm not here for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck those of you that can't be the same person in public that you are on social media.
Well, you know what? I want penises are potent for 300 since it's the last one.
All right, penises are potent for 300. Like the penis mightier. Roughly translated, it means I put out, but not before I make bad decisions and make an ass out of myself.
Ooh.
Oh, what is the size of my thumb-sized penis? Because I got a truck that's lifted 15 feet off the ground, and I got a $450,000 beaver in the driveway. Oh, I also got a mansion and a throne that you sit on to take a shit. It's made out of 24 karat gold.
What is hold my beer?
Hold my beer. Billy says, "What is Breck from Maker's Craft Brewery?" Chris says, who is you? Fair enough. I get that. I feel that on a personal level. Richard says,
I
what
can't believe you just said that.
Oh, why? I don't get paid to be here. I don't know if you know this or not, but I do this for free out of the goodness of my heart for the mental health and well-being of veterans everywhere.
I'm still shocked that you actually that you guys said that.
Triggered.
You don't watch.
I'm not triggered. Oh wait. I'm not triggered. I'm just like, I'll tell you.
Roughly translated, it means I put out, but not before I make bad decisions and make an ass of myself. What is tequila?
Oh.
Tequila.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm making everyone do tequila shots with me.
I don't do tequila. If you got it dark,
I
it's
do.
rum or
Straight from the bottle.
See what I mean?
Yes, except I keep my clothes on.
I don't. I'm naked right now.
Atta boy. I want to be. I want to do a pants off dance off, but on this show. But the problem is that I do a lot of standing. You does not have a good heart. No, I don't. No, fuck people.
Oh no, you do. It's just very small. It's like the Grinch.
I don't have a good heart because I'm absolutely unwilling to tell you what you want to hear, but I am so comfortable telling you what you need to hear.
Same.
Yeah. So
you are the Grinch. You are literally exactly the Grinch. Like you have a heart, it's just 3 times too small.
You know what the best part is?
With a fuck off graphic behind her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dumbass.
Hold on, I have
Which
to find
I
my
love.
other one.
I love that, by the way.
You know what? It's terrible too because like I decorate my house for the holidays, so it's almost like I'm goading people into thinking that I'm a better person than I am, or that I'm kinder, and then I just rope them in, and then I'm not. What is that? What does it say? Know your fucking place, trash.
Love it.
I literally got a meme.
Perfect and framed. Look at you.
I have movie posters like The Mummy with Boris.
Nice. I miss Brendan Fraser.
The Day the Earth Stood Still and It's a Wonderful Life and like 500 million others. And
Chris says he was the Donald Trump of podcasts.
It's huge.
It's huge. Huge. He was here for 4 years. Maybe I can be too. I don't know. We'll see how what my liver decides. Oh man. I do miss fucking Alex Trebek and Sean Connery already. I do think it's rude that Amazon didn't immediately release every James Bond movie ever in honor of Sean Connery.
It is what I said the other night, though. It has to do with the licensing prices because places like
I get it.
Well, places where you can purchase it now, like Voodoo, which is ran through Walmart, you can actually buy these 6 Bond movies as a package now that Sean was in. And so I get it. But at the same time, I'm like you. It's like you basically told everybody else they're great and these guys aren't.
Yeah. And I know that all the Bond movies have been on Netflix before.
Yeah.
Because I watched them on deployment.
I own them all.
Yeah. You can buy them in box sets. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy and rent them on Prime.
You don't understand. I own every single Ian Fleming Bond book.
Oh, shit. You've actually read the source material.
I have it all.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're books. So, I mean, obviously the movies are better, but there are things in the books that I think they should have put in the movies, just like, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, so on and so forth.
Heavy metal.
Yes, heavy metal. But yeah, Sean Connery and Alex. I almost cried when I seen Alex Trebek, dude. I had to see that on Twitter.
That motherfucker worked right up until the day he died. Man, he's had cancer for a while. I remember there was like this really touching thing where Daryl Hammond or Will Ferrell like shook his hand and thanked him and whatnot. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. So when they announced it like 80, I was like, holy shit! Like him and Chadwick Boseman like had no idea that things were like really bad, and then all of a sudden woke up one day to terrible fucking news.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Moving on from the depression though. Chris does have a good point. Tomorrow is an important day for a very, very small, almost insignificant number of people on our coast, but on the coast of our enemies, they are a very significant group of people. Whatever. The Marine Corps birthday is tomorrow. It is November.
I've only heard about it for the last fucking month.
I know.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Ladies, stay in your houses.
Oh yeah.
Do not go
hide
out.
your daughters. Husbands, hide your wives.
Dude, strip clubs and OnlyFans are making bank
hide
tomorrow.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
Oh yeah.
Making everyone out here.
I've seen like you know like. Nope, it goes this way. That podium joke where the one kid is like chewing on the metal and spraying himself with the champagne. It's like the Marine Corps and then like everything else that matters. Oh yeah. They've been fucking shut up, GD. They've been going hard on it, man. The Marine Corps birthday. I don't know if it's quarantine this year. I don't know if it's the election, but I feel like Marines are really coming hard this year on the birthday. Like we need a fucking reason to be positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they just need another reason to drink because they haven't been allowed out at the bars recently. So they're like, we need a reason to get out and drink, and this is the best reason. Because how are you going to fight how are you going to give them their whatever article thing saying, hey, you broke this rule.
Article 15.
When everyone is doing it. Yeah, that. Yeah. How are you going to do that to one person?
And it will be done if they want to do it. I mean, it's the military.
But it's just, it'll be a huge hassle. And I'm sure that they'll catch the upper chain of command out as well. So
I guarantee the E4s are all sitting around in the barracks like, what if we go do this? Like, what if we see first sergeant? What if we do? Or excuse me, Gunny. What if we see Gunny? What if we do see Gunny, though? I can't be wrong if he's wrong. I don't think that rule applies, man. I don't know. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, right?
So,
I will say this, though. If you are lower enlisted, if you go to a different state to party, you can't be caught. I mean, you can be caught.
Meg's not an expert.
I wouldn't listen to Meg.
If you live near a border, don't road trip to another state, though. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. I had friends. I had one girlfriend. She used to strip up in South Carolina.
Well, it would be down in South Carolina from you.
Yeah.
No. We were stationed in Jacksonville, Florida, and she used to go to South Carolina to go strip so that nobody could find her.
But from your location currently, it would be down from you.
Yeah, from where I am now.
Exactly. My point is
we were in the Navy.
Thank you.
You're in the Navy too, fucktard.
No, I'm in the Seabees.
That's still the Navy. Also, the Marines are part of the Navy.
You know, Chris can hear you.
That's okay. Wait, can he? He doesn't have his bullhorn in.
Because he's old. I don't know. I'm kind of with the Marines this year. It's not been a great year. I don't know. There's apparently a pandemic. Betty White's still around, which is a positive. So I guess the Marine Corps, even having a birthday, and the same year that the Space Force comes around, you know, we kind of got a lot to celebrate.
Yeah. No, I'll probably. Well, actually, I won't be out celebrating, but like I'll celebrate at home with like a drink while I do homework.
Just remember, those of you that are violating your quarantine or your stay-at-home order, it is your duty to pleasurize that booty of any Marine Corps in your area. It's the least you can do.
Booty together again.
Yeah.
Just wear a condom. Don't get pregnant.
Oh no! Oh, little tiny double dog, little tiny Satan running around.
I wish you guys could have heard my first sergeant's explanation for wearing a condom or not having sex in AIT. Like, so this dude was all gangster. Like, he was straight up gangster. He had a Cadillac from the 80s, you name it. He was straight up gangster. And we're getting ready to go on our first pass. He's like, so let me tell you what it's like as a soldier going out having sex, right? So fast forward a little bit. And he goes, it's like going to the DFAC, right? You get an apple, It's real nice and shiny, and every little bit, every few days, you rub it up, massage it, and clean it, make it look all good and spiffy, right? Right. And then come that day, you want to bite into it and get a nice taste of that juicy, sweet apple, right? Yeah. And he goes, and then you bite into it, and what you get? You get a nasty, rotten worm up in there. That's what it's going to be like when you don't wear a condom or you have sex in general. That's what it's out here. And I was like, oh my God. He straight up just told us all of us have STDs. That's basically what he said.
Oh my God.
Chris the Gunny says to piggyback off what Hugh just said, get some, but don't get some STDs.
Oh my God.
It's the least you guys could do. We might need you to fight a war coming up in the next 6 months to a year. We'll see what happens with China.
Yes.
Wear a hazmat suit. Fuck it.
Yeah, we're one of those when
full
you go
body
on
condom,
full body condom,
the leather outfit,
the oxygen tank that comes with the optional cherry flavored lube. Meg's over time to make E4.
How do you think I made it? No, I'm kidding.
Airplane. Remember when you got to blow up the autopilot? Oh shit! I'm going to hell. Hello.
Don't worry, we'll all be on the short bus together.
I'm not licking windows. That's for you guys if you really want that.
No. That's the Marines. I got to keep them clean.
Yeah, Chris will be there.
We'll be running on the outside of it.
Chris?
We'll be like...
You guys keep talking about Chris.
Yeah, so Chris is the world's okayest Marine.
Okayest Marine.
Yeah, he's a buddy of ours. Yeah, he's a buddy of ours. We always applaud him for being here. You know, it's nice to know that he's alive and doing well.
Please tell me you guys have made a makeshift award and handed it to him as being the world's okayest
We're getting there.
Marine.
We're getting there.
Tinfoil and a few crowns.
Oh yeah, we're getting there.
I can do it. I'm pretty crafty.
For those of you that purchased one or have been inquiring, the Marauder shirt is in the mail and on its way out right now. And I could definitely see in the very near, not so distant future, a World's Okayest Marine sticker or shirt or what have you.
Is it going to have Chris's face on it? Just like the most disgruntled, grumpiest face ever. Just like
a little fucking Down syndrome Donald holding the fucking aluminum foil and crayon trophy.
To answer Billy's question about the kayaker, yes. And I fucking laughed my ass off.
Oh yeah. Being swallowed by the whale.
Yeah, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, there's a video out there of a kayaker. It's a very beautiful video. Everything is nice and calm. There's some birds and bullshit in the water. And then out of fucking nowhere, this whale comes out and swallows this motherfucker. And all you hear is the guy on the camera like, oh shit. Like not even loud. Just very casual. Like, oh shit.
Here we go. Oh, no. and the person's okay.
Yeah. No. Well, let's spit them out. That's the funny thing.
It's not that person. There's a... Bye, Felicia. Oh, dang. I didn't know they had video in there.
The funny thing is the whale was like, you taste like ass and spit them back out. That's what I laughed about the most, I think.
Spat him back out. Ugh, crayon. Yeah. Must be a Marine. Tired of you. Yeah, Chris, dear God, no, my left ass cheek. You're going to be on a shirt one day or a sticker.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make it a campaign, the most purchased sticker of all time, the world's okayest Marine with you just like, yeah.
We're going to have to get somebody to just do what is it? The shutter screen or whatever, where it just clicks nonstop and just continuously takes pictures. That way he can't escape.
Can't escape.
He can't run away.
Oh,
my child.
Oh, fuck. Meg, fucking remind me what that thing was that we were going to talk about, because I legitimately have forgotten. No.
Interviews.
No, that was the other thing. No, not interviews. Companies that say they're going to hire veterans, and then they do, and then what they actually get.
Oh, yes.
Bo, you have some experience with this, correct?
Somewhat. I mean, I got
companies we want to hire veterans.
Yeah, turned down. Well, so yeah, when I got back from my deployment, I didn't have Crohn's, but I had Crohn's. I just wasn't diagnosed. But anyway, I went to Walmart to sign up for graveyard shift for stocking, and dude was like, straight up, yeah, they're gonna basically throw your application in the trash. You might as well not put in the time. And we got to talking for a minute, and he basically said what me and you two were talking about during the show, pre-show, is that at the time, before Walmart turned around and said, hey, we're going to hire veterans, blah, 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 they had the mentality of, if you've been to a combat zone, you're going to lose your shit and go fucking psychopath Billy on them. And I was like, oh, well, that's great. Okay, well, see ya, bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah,
like
that's basically
Billy.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of what happened when I got back from Iraq, and that was just in 2010. So I hate to say we've come a long way, but we have in 10 years. Just with that, it's still not as good as I'd like it to be. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
For sure.
But at the same time, there are still so many companies out there that have this mentality with the stigma that all combat vets are crazy, psycho assholes at a moment's notice, no matter what. And that's just not the truth. I mean, none of us like to deal with people anyway.
Most of them suck.
Right. That's just
most
human
of them are failed cheat
beings.
stains.
But at the same time, a lot of us have really good people skills, even though we hide the fact that we want to fucking murder you. So I think they need to really interview people in a more in a better way. It needs to be improved, definitely, because the way they interview people anywhere, especially combat veterans, is just, I don't like it. I don't know about anybody else, but
yeah. Another thing is that you say like, hey, I'm a veteran, and half the time people are like, oh, so you've seen combat, you've like shot someone. You're like, no, not everyone is a combat veteran, and that's a very small percentage of actual veterans have seen combat, because there's tons of roles that never see combat, and so that stigma that.
Well, to go on Meg's point, I was with the 30th HBCT out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and my unit was the 230th out of High Point. And they self-sustained themselves twice. I was with them on their second one in 09 to 10. We're an entire support unit. We're made of cooks and everything else you can imagine. It's absolutely the backbone of any profession out there that basically runs themselves. I mean, yeah, we all make our jokes within the military, but at the end of the day, how are you going to get your ammo? You need an ammo depot. How are you going to get your vest? You need a fucking supply sergeant. How are you going to get fed? MREs aren't going to last forever. You need somebody to fucking supply them. You need cooks. I mean, we could go down the gambit. So yeah, you're totally right with that. I mean, I know a lot of people that never even got near the theater. They were at Falcon or somewhere like that, and they were paper pushers. And yeah, again, we give them hell. But at the same time, how are you going to get in and out of that fucking country? You definitely aren't going to fucking walk out of there. I doubt you're swimming that far. So.
Oh yeah. Just for a little bit of backstory, because I've been drinking a little bit heavier than normal. We were talking in the green room about when you get out of the military. We were talking about interview tips and how to prepare and things that you can do to help your interview go better. But then we really got into talking about when you do actually these jobs, what it's like for companies that say we want to hire veterans and what that actually means. A lot of times I think that companies say they want to hire veterans and then they do, and they don't realize what that means.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of companies allow people to do a lot of things that are not in their job or in their wheelhouse, and they don't really say anything about it. And then a service member usually comes along, and kind of makes a snide comment here or there, like that's not your job, or this is my job, or I don't work for you, or what have you, that creates tension in the workplace that the higher ups maybe are not able to, or not willing to, or don't know that they should address. For example, I know one person, his wife, her job was every 6 months to go to every single person in the company and remind them what their fucking place was in the hierarchy. So she would ask them what it is that they do, and then they would tell her, and she would say, awesome, here's what you should be doing. None of all this other shit is your job. This is your fucking job. And I think a lot of the time companies kind of forget, or they don't really care because they're like, and we do it in the military too. We encourage people to branch out and go other places and kind of like do a little bit more and make yourself better. But companies, yeah, you want to get people qualified in a lot of stuff and certified in a lot of different stuff. So you have, better employability as far as the unit is concerned. And then companies get veterans that tell people, no, that's not your job. And you need to stop that. And no, that's not my job. That's such and such a job. And it creates tension. And I think that comes from having to be prepared or having to be ready and also knowing your place, which I know that we all suffer with as civilians. Is I can at least contest my number one concern or my number one issue with being a civilian. Yeah, motherfuckers need another fucking
place. Trash.
People need another fucking place.
Well, and with that, I feel that a lot of companies do need swimmers, and in the sense that if you're on the same floor or on the same section and somebody's down for a week and somebody else can take up their slack or for whatever reason, that's good. I mean, I was a cook. I got pulled into the talk for intel. I'd never done intel in my entire fucking life when we went to Iraq. On top of that, when I would get done with my 15 to 18 hour shift, I would go into the maintenance area and be a mechanic until I was tired and go to sleep. I mean, there's reasons for it and there's reasons against it. And I think the company needs to look at, is it going to be beneficial to us? If it's not, don't fucking do it. If it is, by all means, get at least a basic knowledge. It's like being a manager. A manager has to know at least the basic knowledge of, like, McDonald's. You got to know how to make an ice cream cone. You got to know how to flip burgers. You got to know how everything works on a basic level. So you can take up those spots if an employee's down. I think that's good for that company. But whereas a truck driver, you probably shouldn't, be messing with certain things on your truck if you're not a mechanic.
If you're not certified to do certain things, you're not licensed to do certain things, don't fuck up a warranty or create a bigger maintenance issue.
Right. And I mean, like I said, it's good in some companies to have swimmers and some it's not. So I think, like you said, companies need to look at it in the sense of, is this beneficial or is it going to hurt us?
You're right. And I think a lot of the time companies know that they're going to get kickbacks from the government for hiring a certain number of veterans, just the same way that I'm sure a lot of companies and colleges get credit in some form or another for hiring or bringing in a certain percentage of minorities or women or certain religious aspects. Companies say, oh, I get a ton of money from the government for hiring veterans and don't really know what that means. So for those of you that are transitioning or getting ready to transition, keep in mind that when you go and do your interview, it's not the same as it was in the military, and you can't talk to them the same way either, which is that's a huge hurdle.
Also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
Well, I was going to say, also, know your worth. Like, I got out, and they tried telling me, they were like, oh, well, we can hire you for this position at $12 an hour. No, bitch. I can definitely work at much higher rate than that. Know what your worth is. Don't let whatever company you're going to tell you, like, oh, every day you have to take out the trash for all of these offices and make them coffee. Like, that's not your job. That's not your job. Like, just because you're the new person on the totem pole doesn't mean that you're going to be treated like shit. Like, people think that when you get out of the military that you're just like this little fucking peon and that you're just going to do whatever the fuck everyone else says. No, that's not your job. You have worth.
They think that you will do it because you're used to following orders.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, to go along with that, I don't know how many of you have had to run into it, but a lot of companies think because you were in the military on any spectrum, you're a leader. So let's put you in this leadership position right off the bat. And a lot of people are not comfortable leading at all, whether it's shifts or a full out company. They're not ready for it, and they're probably never going to be if they're not comfortable at it on the first day. And I've had to tell a lot of friends because they're like, they're offering me this job and it's this amount of money and the hours are great, and I'm like, look, if you don't want it, tell them you're not ready for it. Tell them you don't want it at this time because, and maybe they'll work with you. More times than not, if you're a good employee and you're showing potential and they've already offered you that job, they'll probably give you something lower than that. But don't just do it because they offer it to you and it sounds great, but your anxiety is on fucking Pluto Like, don't do that. I've seen that so many times.
We've definitely, I think, all been in positions where we've said once or twice that we're not ready for something, and somebody has said, all right, that's cool. We'll put you somewhere else and see if you can thrive. And then you get out of the military, and for whatever reason, you're afraid to say that. And Bo, you're right. Just if you're not ready, the civilian sector is the tits because they want to know if you're not fucking ready.
Yep.
Military doesn't give a shit. We're like, tough titties. We got this thing that needs to get done, so let's make it happen. Civilian sector's like, we're not risking our multi-billion-dollar company because you're not ready. And you're like, oh, thank God, because the last time those fucking Trident missiles, they were a little bitch.
Well, you know, a lot of companies will respect that way more than they will you taking the job and you failing at it because you weren't comfortable in it. They'll respect you more for saying, look, I'm not ready. Do you have something on a lower level that I could work up to that level? They will respect that 10 times more than any other thing else if you just do it because they said so.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially in this new day and age when people are more respectful of each other's feelings and mental health, they definitely look.
Obviously, I don't care about any of that stuff, but apparently it is very important. You're right. It's very important. No, Meg, you're absolutely right. It is very important for people to take into consideration. That's your one for the year. It's important for people to take into consideration the mental health and the happiness of others in the workplace. Because I've definitely been in situations before where I've had supervisors come to me like, hey, listen, so X many people said that you swear too much. And I'm like, I don't remember it. And I don't think the courts will either, but whatever.
That's why DV Radio can't get sponsorships. It's because you say fuck too much.
Yeah. I'm like, I use cut more time before 9 a.m. than most people are going to use an entire month. But, you know, it's important to take into consideration other people in your workplace. And if you're going to go apply for these jobs, you have to be ready to Semper Gumby.
Yep.
You know, you did it in military. I know I fucking hate using that phrase. It fucking makes my butthole pucker. But it actually applies as a civilian because in the military, you sign on that dotted line that says basically, I will do literally whatever any of you tell me because I'm a stupid fuck. But as a civilian, you might have to actually apply it in a position or a situation that is relevant to the money-making endeavors of your future employer.
Yep.
Paying the dick.
Sometimes you gotta kiss the little butt.
Just be sure you're ready, willing, and comfortable for whatever it is that you're going into.
Yeah.
True that.
As simple as that.
True that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cut a little bit short tonight, mostly because I drank a little bit too much and rambled on a little bit longer than I was supposed to. But Bo, we appreciate you being here, and we're looking forward to we are working on another episode talking about fully transitioning from the military to civilian sector and what you should prep for. So, of course, DV Radio will be invited back to talk about that a lot. Awesome. We look forward to having you. Also, be sure to catch Liberty Risk podcast on Wednesday? Tuesday?
Yeah, Wednesday
with DV Radio, the day after the Marine Corps birthday, in which we talk about the mass cleanup and the removal of multiple Marines from general hospitals to military hospitals for a standard issue IV, 2 Motrin, and a water, and then a clean pair of socks.
It's also another day. Wednesday is another day.
Yes, it is. Very important day.
True. That's true.
I can't believe you forgot that, you stupid fuck.
Well, you know, there's a lot of bullshit on my calendar. Wednesday is a very important day. We're joining DV Radio for a special Veterans Day episode on Wednesday, which, of course, we will be doing. We will tell everybody about it, where you can listen to it. We're all very excited to be there, and we're humbled to be invited over to Barracks Talk with DV Radio.
Actually, it's not Barracks Talk on Wednesday. This is a Barracks party.
Oh, Barracks party? Fucking A, right.
Parties are my favorite.
So many tits flying around with beads and whatnot. Oh,
We've not had a Barracks party in a minute, so I think this will be a relief for a few people. It's just fun, laid back, get together. And
do you think that they created Veterans Day purposefully right after the Marine Corps birthday?
I wonder that some days.
Oh, yeah. That's a good question that's worth out. Congress, figure that out for me. I need an answer.
Is that me? Are you asking
No,
me?
Not you. Fuck no.
Okay. I was like, are you referring to me as Congress now?
But we will be back on Wednesday with Bo from DV Radio and a Barracks party. And we'll be sure to tell you all where you can join us or find us, and we'll post it so you can watch later. But other than that, please be sure to be here Thursday We are very excited to have a guest on Thursday. Eduardo is joining us. Eduardo. Billy is really looking forward to talking about it. We are looking forward to talking with him. Be sure to join us Monday, which is 7 days from now, which makes it what day?
I don't know. It's numbers.
But we got a couple people lined up moving into the holidays. We're very excited about it. I'm going to stop talking because I kind of feel like I'm about to repeat on myself, and I need another beer. You cunts have a good night. Most of you are adopted. Some of us love you. Meg, Bo, I'll see you both on Wednesday. Billy, thanks for producing and neglecting your work. Very much appreciate it.
I love you three so much, and thank you for having me on. That was fun.
Absolutely.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Absolutely. See you guys.